Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your October reading. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, go below, look in the description box, and you'll see some of the offerings that I have. I'm so grateful for you being here. I appreciate all the ways that you support me. If this video resonates for you, please like this video, share it with someone who may find it useful, and subscribe to my channel. So let's get started, Libra, with your overall energy, the Eight of Cups. This is pretty clearly you moving on, you having rested up after a significant change and illumination around what your significant next step is. You've learned all that you can learn from the relationships and the circumstance that is surrounding you that is comfortable. It may be even a little deflating. It has gotten so routine and mundane. You've moved beyond, but you haven't physically taken the next step. And this card indicates that you are now to that place of feeling psychically rested up, that you've learned many of the lessons from your valued relationships, that you continue to value, even comfortable, safe relationships, understanding that these have prepared you and set you up to move on to a significant challenge that is defining you. It's defining your purpose. The Queen of Cups is representing you in the beginning of October, and the Queen of Cups is about that particular love, courage, healing, focus that you have received as a result of surrendering to a situation that has gone its course, run its course. You have allowed yourself to be healed, fortified, and passionate now about the step that you're ready to take. What you're doing is being observed by many others who come to you or that are used to coming to you for advisement, for counsel. You are understanding that your role is one that others could play. You understand that really at this point your role as an advisor is really as a sounding board, to be a place where others can articulate their ideas, their visions, their experiences in a way that they can hear themselves, and you can reflect back to them what they're saying to you. And this is modeling a form of healing that you're sharing through your ability to simply be still and to listen to others, that you are inculcating into not only your life, but showing others how to do the same way of meditation, journaling, self-help, sitting with stillness and articulating the feelings that flow through that space. In the middle of October, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is describing that you are, again, surrendering to a pattern of behavior that you recognize has limited you, that you have allowed to restrict yourself, that you have in many ways contributed to some failures and disappointments that you've experienced by, at some level, giving away a sense of responsibility for your experiences, your happiness. So this can look like offering your love, your support, your nurturance, your attention to someone with the expectation that you would get that back. In many ways, believing that someone else was necessary to make you happy, fulfilled, complete, is part of the pattern that you now identify has reflected a lack of belief in yourself. looking at these, identifying this pattern and this way of not believing that you're enough to give yourself whatever it is you're seeking has really allowed you to take responsibility and to realize that if you are the creator of your own reality, then you must connect more deeply with who you are, what your gifts and talents are. And that deeper connection is helping you to reclaim some dreams, some aspirations, things that you may have never allowed yourself to believe that you could have. Success, even love, based on a sense of unworthiness. So you're challenging all of that. And yet, at the same time, you are surrendering to a past life and experience when you actually were disappointed, you did fail, and understanding that it's only a failure if you didn't learn from it. This card is indicating that you've learned from it. You know more about who you are and the opportunities that are available to you if you claim them, if you name them. In the end of October, we have the Fool card. This is all describing ways, the work that you've been doing within yourself, within your own environment, within your relationships to prepare yourself for this greater investment of faith and belief in who you are and the talents and abilities you have, the experience you've had overcoming difficulties, overcoming failures, making failures into opportunities for growth. And that this greater sense of faith and belief in yourself is what is motivating you to step out into a new adventure, to begin a journey that may seem unlikely or unpredictable to others around you who don't or haven't seen you in a less familiar situation, particularly to them. However, to you, this doesn't feel like a risk. This feels like a natural consequence of your deeper and deeper ability to honor who you are, to claim the things that you want in the world, knowing that you're deserving and you're worthy of those things. Instead of projecting good things happening for other people, you are including yourself in the sense of being a part of the abundance of the universe. This capacity to do whatever it is that you feel inclined, that you desire to pursue. And this is an incredible liberation for you. October is coming across as a time of tremendous barrier crossing, a bridging over a past and a future, in part because Pluto's will be turning direct in the month of October and transiting through the last few minutes of Capricorn for the last time in our lifetimes. So that its movement, by moving forward, it is a green light for uh, really cultivating the lessons we've learned over the last 17 or more years and preparing for Pluto in Aquarius, which, as an air sign, Libra, and all air signs, but all of us are having new opportunities to utilize new tools that are available to maximize our visions, our dreams, our opportunities. And it feels as though you're a leader in this particular regard in some way, depending on what you do. If this reading is resonating with you so far, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the praying mantis, and the key word is tranquility. Be still. Take time to regroup so you can perform at your best. With patience, success will happen just in time. This is interesting because I see you in a place of actual uh, satisfaction in being of service to others as you have allowed yourself to grow that sense of capacity and empowerment within you. Whatever work you do, there is a kind of flow between your clients, your customers, your students, those you serve in whatever way you do, so that this transformation you're experiencing is reciprocal with your environment. You're showing others, you're leading others by your example. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Cups in the beginning of October with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. I'm feeling very strongly that whatever you have been doing, whatever your familiar way of working, your familiar way of accomplishing or fulfilling your responsibilities has come at a cost to you. You work hard to do the work. This card can be called the damaged warrior, the wounded warrior. And you've been doing something over and over in the same way, and it has exhausted you, it has depleted you. Uh, you haven't achieved whatever your ultimate goal was in some regard. And this feels like it has to do with your initiating or innovating new ways of doing your work, fulfilling your responsibilities or obligations to others in particular. You are determined, you haven't given up, but you now know that victory is around the corner. And your cards are sort of echoing that. And that victory that is around the corner is empowering you to put on your most practical uh, business suit and do the work to implement the discipline that you understand is necessary in order to prepare yourself for this new level of contribution that you feel prepared and willing to make. I feel a sense of you moving into more of a leadership capacity, but it's almost as though you are kind of a maverick. So you could be starting your own business, as an example, maybe a subsidiary to where you currently work, so that you're not completely breaking away, but you're innovating a new department, a new team in a current field of work, perhaps. This is really indicating that you are committed to setting up the structure to maximize the opportunity, to fulfill, to access abundance for those you serve, so that you are diligent, you are performing all of your due diligence, and you're setting up things so that they can operate with or without you. In the middle of the month, the Five of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Interesting. So I do see that you are receiving some powerful intuition, illumination, some new ideas. You're opening up to a truth that feels as though it has been obscured by your commitment to your relationships. Those can be relationships in your work or in your personal life, but you are uh, cutting through the bonds of those relationships so that you can understand the necessity for you to articulate what is most aligned for you. This may be about seeking some kind of justice or fair treatment in a current situation that you're in, reclaiming something, addressing some injustice or imbalance. But it's also about kind of breaking the mold, I feel, for you. And in part, this is supported by the idea that you are releasing the beliefs that your current expectations or your current the current requirements for you to conform to an expectation of others has fallen away from you. You understand that the ideas, that the expectations you are vibing with are no longer aligned with your beliefs. And this is really reflecting a changed world, not just a changed you. You've had to reevaluate your own principles in accordance with the vision of the world that you see as possible, and that is distinct from the kind of conditioning you've received, the expectations of your superiors in some cases, so that you're really understanding that you don't share the same values or the same vision, as a result of your better understanding what your vision is. So this is again this kind of mirroring experience in all of your activities where you are stepping up in a way that is prioritizing your desires. And of course, the Fool at the end of the month is clarified by the Page of Swords and the Six of Swords. I love the Page of Swords showing up here, even though you are showing me a lot of mastery, a lot of acceptance of some of the difficulties, the environment that you've cultivated, and your willingness to break away from that. Uh, there's still a way in which this empowerment has given you the freedom to admit to what you don't know. Stepping into a new level of participation or contribution, a larger vision, has actually helped you not only, of course, embrace your own expertise, knowledge, and gifts, but also shown you that there's a lot more to learn now. And that you may not, what your charge is towards the end of the month as you're feeling this desire to step out and take a risk in a new direction. You are taking notes, you're looking around you, you're trying to find models, mentors, teachers, collaborators who can help you learn the necessary information, skills, or knowledge, tools to be able to advance your belief, your vision, your ideas. The Six of Swords is really putting an emphasis, drawing a line under this need for you to find peace by moving away from a situation that has become in some way burdensome or that you have been sort of shrinking from for a while. And by that I mean kind of fading into the background. The more and more that you have seen the limitations of your current relationships or alliances and the structure within which you have been laboring. You may recognize that in your current environment, you don't really feel seen or heard for who you are now. There's a way in which you recognize that a different environment may, if only, it may only give you peace. But that peace is part of accepting the necessity of this situation, these relationships, and helping you to know better who you are and what you desire. So it's as much about finding peace and acceptance as it is about moving away from an environment that becomes increasingly noisy. And by that I mean a lot of perhaps communication effort that doesn't feel connected to who you are. I'm going to finish this reading by pulling Chakra Love, and out falls the Confidence card, and this is your solar plexus chakra that is about, it's the color yellow, which feels like an air sign color. And it's about your confidence, your self-esteem, your individual empowerment. No one will believe you if you don't believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader. So, thank you so much, Libra, for this lovely reading. Until next time, Namaste.